Andrew Holness settled it. Argument done. Marky G's lies not working in Jamaica anymore. People, them tired of him. Hello again, everyone. It's Skywalker. Welcome to my channel where good coffee makes bad people feel bad. But that's not a bad thing, is it? I have a lovely brew today. I like it, show I love it, and I have some that's good for the comrades. Mark Golding sip it, rich and premium Blue Mountain Brew, but he lies and says that it's insipid. He can't take it. Look at him face. Newsflash, my people. Mark Golding, the British man who sits illegal in Jamaica's parliament, was hit by a brick wall that he ran up to with his mouth full of lies as he finds that they are not working anymore because Andrew Holness went to the budget speech and called for truth time on Britain's favorite colonial baby who has a chain, my people. They shouldn't allow chain people in a parliament, in a parliament. As 411 would have say, you sit down in there, illegal, in just cock up in our parliament with illegally. The reason why the truth buck Mark Golding is that he was telling lies about who thief this, who thief that, and then when the truth caught up by him, we all realized that he was who thief this and he was who thief that. He said that Andrew had illicit enrichment, but we found a forensic check report that his same comrade sanctioned clearing Andrew of any wrongdoings. Then we heard about Finsack. Mark Golding used his corruption to wreck Jamaica so bad that Bruce Golding had to run in and start a political renaissance to save Jamaica. I hope you remember that. The Karma boy, Peter Phillips and Portia Simpson stepped in and did their part. Mark Golding did nothing but the following. What did Mark Golding do? Just because his last name is Golding, he went to Parliament the other day claiming that he was the Golding, not Bruce Golding, who started the political renaissance of protocols and fiscal responsibilities that turned Jamaica around. Portia Simpson and Peter Phillips chose country over politics to allow the process to continue, even when the JLP was not in power. Even in opposition, Peter Phillips, although at one point begrudgingly, allowed the government space to operate for the greater good. In that period, the points were shared between both parties, at least to that degree. Now, Marky G comes to take the points from Portia and Peter. Damn thief, both of whom he has hated and sabotaged out of politics. Now, their little legacies he has come to claim, like how he claimed Jamaica's money in Finsack. The virgin there, them say every liar is a thief, Them say every liar is a thief. Watch him. Watch him now. Every liar is a thief. The only thing that Marky G did was get rid of Portia and Peter Phillips with his bag of lies and then started to sabotage the country from here to foreign, thinking that is Andrew one, I go feel it, and not the entire Jamaica. He even sabotaged the war against crime, hoping for many more to get unalived in Jamaica so he could win the election, as if it was not actual Jamaicans that were going to be unalived. Then he brought this vampire looking man from St. Vincent to come to our country talking about opposition should use crime as a weapon against government. In other words, the higher they can get the unaliving rate, the better for them. Imagine that. How did that man come from? Though? Where Marky G get the money from? Jamaica should have deported this man immediately after that speech. It also tells you that this is what Mark Golden believes himself. All Jamaicans must always have a responsibility to keep peace in Jamaica because we all bleed red blood. Nothing can be eviler than the ungodly idea. Had Mark Golding worked alongside the government, he could take the same credit for crime measures that worked. No, the government can say it worked, although the opposition fought tooth and nails to prevent it, and many people died who would have lived had the Marky G Rice Gang even had a heart of love for Jamaicans. I know that these are not Mark Golding's people. Mark Golding's people are in England. However, what about people like Peter Bunting Crawford and the rest who were part of it, complicit as hell? Marky G came with a budget filled with all sorts of ideas, as if he thought them up himself. But most of these ideas were in the process by the government. Some he already implemented and taking off, but he simply changed their names and presented them, thieving the government idea. But he make sure ball for thief for 5 days before he did it. So because he knew he was planning to thief the government ideas, he ball said somebody they got thief ideas. Remember? He even came with a rent to own housing trust concept, although he knew that the Holness administration was already looking into it. You see, you can't go in at the past go thief something, brother. You have to thief it from in at the now, right? So if it make already in the past, you can go back in the past, go make it first. Yeah, no Christy. Only Christopher Columbus can get away with that. The question is, if the opposition cannot come with anything that is not already being done or is in the pipeline, what are they good for? Hello? Moreover, since the opposition already showed their hands about bringing in new tax, why would Jamaica even wish to go there anyway? Do you really want to start paying the big hospital fees again after walking around and talking about nothing going when a Andrew Holness government did a pay for your health care? Make that make sense? Wouldn't that be where nothing was going? Eh? You are gonna walk away from nothing going to nothing was going. How foolish can one get? Eh? Hmm? That's stupid. Besides, who in the PNP do you see that is able to make a doggone thing work? Marky G loves to spread the lie, saying that Andrew is doing all the things he is doing because there is an election. Yet, we have been following these projects for years. A long time them start and a go on and one the follow after the other. Like the it's a whole lot of stuff, but them coming in a them time just like him planned it from day one. And even when they are slowed up by COVID, because COVID did slow them up, and we watched them shape to this point. They shaped and grew, just like the Clark's general said he wanted to help 300 poor people with houses, right? And now see there, 300 is long done and gone, and he's going to an indefinite number. So more and more and more and more, and it enlarge and get bigger and bigger. I mean, the good work is growing and growing non-stop. And all bad mind Mark Golding did was prevent his comrades from assessing everything good. Hmm? He prevented the comrade from accessing. That's the word I should use. Hmm? He prevent them from accessing everything good, including false teeth. Yeah, I remember that too. Him prevent them from access everything good, including false teeth, and telling them that these assistant programs are not real, or that the government is taking back hope houses. Don't tell me you don't remember that. That Marky G did that though. What a wicked British man. Not even the comrade can tell me say I lie this me I tell. All of that he when they do. Tell the people the truth. They need the dog and help. Some people long to eat can. Let them get the false teeth, brethren. You they eat can, you know? You they eat can. Well, if you eat can, I don't know if you eat can. But you can eat can. So make the other people, make your comrade them get to eat can. Make them go get the damn teeth. You don't want them to go to heart because you want them to say there is no hope under this government. You don't want them to take free teeth because when people see them with pure gum, the desperation will look more real. You don't want them to believe that hope houses are real because you want them to believe that the government doesn't care for them. Marky G, the art of the book of he lies. If it were just political plies, we could give and take, but your desperate strategies to win are almost as wicked as Finsack. How on earth this British man claims to love our people and want more of us to die just to say, see that Andrew nah do nothing about crime. Virgin, they lie them buck. Right, yaso. Yaso them buck. Hmm? Them buck up in a brick wall. People, why you all don't start loving yourselves? Uno know, especially comrades I talk. Why you all don't start loving yourselves, comrade? These things that I just said are real, and you know me, I when did they and see it. Comrades and no comrades can see them for themselves. They can't debunk it unless they see you as an idiot who doesn't know the real deal. But I know the real deal. I mean, I almost fainted when I saw the video with Mark Golding and that St. Vincent man, who I can only describe or refer to as a human vampire. I mean, in terms of what I saw him do, right? Thinking that lives are so cheap that you can wish far and keep hands down to, to facilitate mass unaliving to run up the tally for political pines. What a wicked man from St. Vincent. Comrades, learn to love yourselves. He who kills, kills himself. Stop following wicked men wishing for your own brothers and sisters to be unalive just to prove a pint. And then you walk around criticizing and calling everybody names like you are the good guy just because someone promised you something and you don't care about others. In this life, one thing I know is if I have $100 to show, it is because I had 10,000, but I was trying to help others and did not keep it all for myself. So all I know I walk around and call people names. Look into yourself and remember that. I remember on one of my last videos, one of my viewers commented that if I keep speaking truth like this, I will not get any views. Well, all right. If the people of Jamaica really do like the truth, then we will see. I love the truth. The proof, the proof of it is that I grew up in a PNP home and used to run around with a card signed by Michael Manley until I saw the truth. Plus, until after they robbed me, after robbing my father first, multiple times, brethren. This is the PNP and how they work. Many comrades will attest to what they are. If you think it is human to wish other humans to be unalive just to sit in an office, then you must be evil. And if you believe they will not sacrifice you, news flash. They rob their own campaign funds, bro. Them do it. I don't know too, you know. You don't know. All I don't know. Just a while ago, I went to the ATM, which is not working as usual. A man whom I knew stood nearby, and I knew why. By the time I stepped out, he was angrily telling an older man who I saw him receiving $1,000 from that he hated. He was telling the man that he hated bumbleclad Laborites. Because you know, see, I saw them talk, right? Him just collect the $1,000 from the man. But for some reason, I don't know why him and the man, what kind of conversation them did that have. So him start kind of rush the man and say, him hate bumbleclad Laborites. And he was saying it, trying to insult the man whom he believed supported the Labour Party and who just felt moved to be kind to him for he was begging, like many of them do. But now that he collected, he was intimidated. The same man, the same, and that feeling, he was biting it. I mean, just seconds after collecting the $1,000. And then, because he was waiting on me, because he knew me, he was stepping towards me at the same time and stretching out his hands. And I said, me a bumbuckler at Laborite and walked off. People, this is the mindset. This is the audacity that we have to look into ourselves and deny, bro. We can't live that way, brother. Can't live that way. We can't keep endorsing, supporting, and believing in what we all know is no good for us. We can't keep doing that, brother. And most of we who do it to endorse it and influence it, do it only because we think we're gonna get something. But remember, these people shady. These people shady. So remember that what goes around come around. Because them always say we when shark go a sea but a man come back and tell you, say it deep. You have to believe him. I know a woman in my community. Everybody knows her. MP knows her, caretaker knows her, counselor knows her, caretaker knows her. Yet, if she is in trouble to send her daughter to school, I look out and she's at my door. And you always can't wake up in the morning, put on his clothes, and go do every damn thing himself. The woman is in distress and she has no less than 3 children. Daughters too. I am not a doggone social worker and I hardly have enough for myself to spend for a freaking week. MP drive past her, caretaker drive past her, counselor drive past her, caretaker drive past her. And Holness cannot wake up in the morning, put on his clothes, and go do every damn thing himself. All he can do is set up the programs. You know, hear me though? The PNP and the JLP caretakers are incumbents, don't even see how they themselves can benefit politically from what Andrew and his crew, people like the dedicated Desmond Mackenzie, are doing. Them lazy virgin sit down and wait for one way to do things all day. This woman comes from a PNP community, but she is always the labor at the Laborites door. Hmm? She comes from a PNP community, but she is always at the Laborites door. Just let that sink in for a minute. I don't even mean it in a partisan way. It's not partisan. But I hope you see where I am coming from. None of these mean people would have to take a dime out of their own pockets like I am compelled to do to help her. None of them don't have to do that. Them have all the connections and the programs are dear, brother. All of the programs are there. They find excuses. They ask why she don't go here, why she don't go there, and then blame it all on her silly behavior or negligence. Why she don't do that? Why she don't do this? If she was so negligent, she wouldn't be going around all day selling her dog and front to send her child to school. And everyone already knows, but no one, man or woman, would help. But I bet they want her vote. Did the idea ever come to one of these people to make certain she is enlisted in part and nothing she does can be any excuse to stop that process? She has an older daughter who can do well in school. What is that child supposed to do now? Mirror her mother? All the time they are walking around waiting for Andrew to roll out Spark so they can use it for political mileage. Remember that many people don't even know if sugar sweet, much less how they can get the help that is in this system by programs that Andrew Holness already put in place. Andrew Holness can't wake up in the morning, put on in clocks, and go do every doggone thing for himself, bro. On the part of the JLP working against all the lies and propaganda from the British man. Getting the needy people to benefit from programs that are geared to help them is proof of the government's credibility. And your wholeness can't wake up every morning, put on the clocks, and go do every damn thing for himself in a Kingston, in a Portmore, in a Westmoreland, St. Elizabeth, Hanover. Come on. You know how much walking the clocks they would have do. And they look, look, I don't even want to go. Look, some of them have reason to say not now go on. Some of them have reason to say so. What you think about it? Because those in public offices make it seem that way. Politicians they have a duty to guide their communities too. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So let me turn around there. That thing. Politicians have a duty to guide their communities. Make sure the people are all right, especially where there are already programs to do that and it will not come out of their pockets. We don't see nothing there, so you know what me just say. This goes for caretakers as much as the incumbents. So nobody not tell me say we not just caretaker because the program them did it. Let me show you the difference between you all and Danjo Wellness. If Andrew was the caretaker in our community, this woman would be taken care of, even if his party was not in power and he would have win the election. Why? Because the government already have things in place. Don't go to question why people who are frustrated and less enlightened did not do this or that. People who are frustrated usually drop their hands. Some them need somebody to lift them up. That's why you have social workers, and that's why public leaders have to be sensitive. Show them how to do it or send a dog and social worker to them. If you are MP, councillor, or their incumbents, you can at least do that. Big up Anne Marie Vaz. I am in a community that quite likely might swing again because there is much ground to make up. It's been same old as at least as far as the most of the people will see, right? You can fix roads till your job. That is not enough to connect with the people. Worst of all, well, I hope roads were being fixed somewhere else because I don't know. Justice must not only be done, but it must be seen as being done. Right? You can't say you did fix it over there, so and for how much years people sit down and say not going over the most I other place them. Otherwise, doing it will make no difference to the people, right? Me no have no fight there, so tell me. Complacency. Complacency. Complacency cannot be accepted in any organization that is trying to create anything amidst the competition. When there is competition, hmm, what are you people in public offices doing to make sure you locate people who are in dire need and connect them to a government program so that Andrew Holness does not have to burn off the bottom of his expensive clocks trying to run here, run there, and fix everything for every careless Ethiopian who has a part to play? People don't tend to connect with careless, selfish, or insensitive leaders. Politics is not something for dreamy heads. It is something for visionaries. Only they will thrive there. A word to the wise is good enough. Think on these things, my people. Peace out.